What's going on, guys? So basically, this episode is I stated it in the podcast, but this is just me after going through the edits. This is just an episode to talk about the three teams that I'll be rooting for this Thanksgiving weekend. So we're not going to get into the dumpster fire that is Michigan basketball. So I wanted to come in here and say that there is a little bit of microphone issues. My track was bumping. It's just there was something wrong with my mic, and I had to fix it. And I should have fixed it after making a take, but the show goes on. So I really appreciate you guys listening, and enjoy episode 7. Yeah, 7. All right, peace. What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to come out here. Not really a formal show this week. I just wanted to give a quick rundown of some of the things going on this weekend. So not really many segments. I just really want to dive into 3 simple things. The first thing that I really want to talk about is the Thanksgiving games, and mainly the Lions. And I know that the Bears just fired Matt Nagy. Just a little update on what I think about the Lions this year. I have 0 issues with the Lions winning or not winning any games this year. I really don't, because when you got prospects at a NFL like top 5 draft pick, which they're probably gonna get. I know the Texans just won, and then Jaguars beat the Bills, so that's tough. And I think the Jaguars also won another game. I think they won in London, so they have 2 wins. So yeah, a little bit separates the Texans and the Jaguars from Lions. Anyway, I have no problems with the Lions losing all these games because you're in year 1. I said this on the first episode. You're still in year 1. You don't have like the tools that it takes to win yet. I do think some guys have solidified their roles for next year. Maybe a Jamal Williams, a Khalif Raymond, a Amari Oruwariye. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's been playing. He's been balling. Jamal Williams. He just brings a great energy that I wouldn't expect from one of my NFL teams. Well, at least the Lions, because there's not been much energy there for a long, long time. So he's just great. He just seems like a great guy to be around and build your team around as a good, solid backup running back. So I don't expect the Lions to win this game. I don't think it wouldn't shock me if they did win, because Saggy Nagy just got the boot. Well, he's gonna get the boot. So, that's all I gotta say about the Lions. Now, the Buffalo Bills, the wagon circlers. Something's got to give here. I don't know if it's the coaching or if it's just Josh Allen not being right, but I think it's mainly just the predictability and in this terminology, a bad form of consistency from Brian Dable. As you saw last year, is that whatever he was calling then worked. It's not working this year. It's just on a short third and like 3 or something, you're gonna expect like a Josh Allen run to the left or the right, into the chasing toward the sideline, getting toward the marker for a first down, and then you just need to analyze your weapons a lot more. Not analyze, to just use them more. Stephon Diggs isn't a top 5 receiver in the NFL for nothing, and I think that Emmanuel Sanders had a great start to the year, and I just think that the Bills, they have talent. They really do. They showed me this year you don't just go into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. It's been proven that you just don't go and do that. And it's one of the NFC Championship favorites, the Dallas Cowboys, a team I really like, just went in there and got, not smacked, but they didn't win. They put up 9 points against that defense. and I think the Cowboys' offense is pretty good. Uh, so yeah, the Bills just gotta figure it out. They got 3 really tough games. You got a wounded Saints team on a holiday in New Orleans. I'm not sure if the status on Alvin Kamara. I'm pretty sure he didn't play last week. I'm gonna Google real quick. Yeah, so I don't think he played last week. Uh, so the Bills got to take advantage of that. The Bills' defense is amazing. I really like it. And, I mean, you let a good player run all over you last week. Like, if a bad player, not named, like, if a non top 5 running back in the league, like, went off on the Bills, I would have some problems. But I don't, really don't. I'm not just saying that because Jonathan Taylor's on my fantasy team. It's just, he's a great player. And he had a lot of disrespect coming into the year. Well, at least from what I've been hearing. Shout out to my fantasy boys criticizing my pick. But yeah, I think it's not over for the Bills. They just got to figure it out and just win these next 3 games. You got the Saints, you got the Pats, I think at home on Monday night, which will be a pretty good game. I really like the Pats too. I think Mac Jones is the guy there. And then you got to play the Bucks, which I will be in attendance for. Going to be a great game. The GOAT is going to play, and Tom Brady will also be in the game as well. Yeah, the GOAT, Josh Allen, could play phenomenally against that Bucks defense. He could play poorly. So I'm just excited to see how it all folds out. Okay, so what everybody's been waiting for from me. The game this Saturday in Ann Arbor, big noon Saturday. The national spotlight will be on this game. And I think Harbaugh has saved his job this year with I think Harbaugh has exceeded expectations. This season. I had Michigan at 7-5 going into the preseason. I had them losing to all the games that I thought they would lose. They would win. They went on to win. They beat Washington, who I thought they would lose to, and then Wisconsin, Nebraska, Penn State, and Ohio State. Those are, after seeing what I saw last season and not knowing that the secondary and the offense was going to step up, and Cade McNamara didn't, and not knowing much about Cade McNamara. I've been impressed so far, and this has been a fun team. So I'm not gonna go in depth like what we did like last week, but I just want to make it a little brief because I think y'all need a break from hearing me every week. Okay, so as I just said, Harbaugh has exceeded expectations. And from the moment that Michigan beat Western, I knew that this team was going to be fun. The offense was going to be fun to watch. My real main concern going into the season was the defense in the secondary, which has shut me up. I mean, a player I was really critical of coming into the season was Jamon Green and Vince Gray after what they did last year. And so they came in, lately in the games with okay offenses, they've shut me up. That Penn State game really shut me up. I think the way that they handled Jahan Dotson and all the weapons of Penn State really put a good message to me, and I think it spreads a good message that Harbaugh can go out and win this game against Ohio State. The thing about this game is that a 10-1 Michigan team hasn't played at home against Ohio State in a long, long time. And if the 2016 game and the 2018 game were both played at home, there's no doubt in my mind that Michigan is not in a similar situation than the expectations was when Harbaugh came in. because when you go to Columbus, it's a whole different atmosphere, and I think that's how it is in Ann Arbor. So Michigan would have at least two Big Ten championships, two playoff berths if those games are played in Ann Arbor. But that's something I can't control, or that couldn't have been controlled. But the spot in 2016, that could have been changed, and that I'm not here to talk about that though. Listen, it's just if you told me at the beginning of the season that this team was a win away, a game against Ohio State away from going to the Big Ten championship, I would have told you you were crazy. You were crazy. So, I just think Michigan's in a good place. But so is Ohio State. If Michigan's defense can just hang with the I think the new term is Earth, Wind, and Fire, which that's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. JSN, Honolulu Blue, CO2, and Garrett Wilson. I just think that they got a good shot. They really do. I think that this offense can really take it to the Ohio State defense. I know Michigan State did a poor job of doing that. But at the same time, we all know that Kenneth Walker is better. But I think Hassan Haskins has a different power back type of play style than Kenneth Walker. And Blake Corum's going to come back for this game. And as we all saw last week, Donovan Edwards, he can ball. So there's no reason that Michigan can't go out and have a huge offensive game themselves. And I think not Harbaugh coaching for his job, but I think Coach Josh Gaddis coaches for his job in this game. Or, I mean, if they don't win the bowl game, obviously. But, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. It really is. I don't know. I don't know, man. It'll be fun maybe for the first 3 hours I'm in Ann Arbor, and then the last 3 after that could be absolute HE double hockey sticks. So, you got the national spotlight on you. You got Big Noon Kickoff in Ann Arbor. You got College Game Day in Ann Arbor. You got the noon slate wide open to yourself. You need to go make a statement in this game. Just go out there, play your best ball, and just prove that you want it more. Michigan, I know Michigan wants this game more than Ohio State, because Ohio State they've been in this position the last 4 years, in prime position to win the Big Ten, in prime position to go to the national championship game, in prime position to have all these players, all this talent, leave for the draft, because they got the talent and they put it to use. So, it's really interesting. I think this game could go one of two ways. Well, three. I don't think that Michigan will blow this game open. That's off the table. Ohio State can absolutely blow this game open early and in the beginning of the second half, even if it is close in the first half. I think both teams could have some trouble. But the only way Michigan wins, Michigan will not blow this team out. Michigan will only keep it close. It'll be a close win either way. Or at any cost, it'll be a close win for Michigan. So this is where you go prove that you're elite, that you can hang with the teams that you will eventually play on the college football playoff. Because you know you can play with Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin beats Minnesota this week and goes to the Big Ten championship game. You know you can hang with Wisconsin. So there are zero excuses why you can't win the Big Ten. This is basically the Big Ten championship. This really is. Hold on a second. There we go. I turned the volume down a little bit. Okay. This is the Big Ten championship game for Harbaugh and for Michigan because it's a top 5 matchup. I think if Michigan gets to the playoff, it's a clean slate. Start from here. This is the new Harbaugh era. The post Ohio State five consecutive loss record era for Jim Harbaugh starts on Saturday. If he wins this game, I think he solidifies himself back as one of the elite coaches in college football. One of the best coaches in the Big Ten with the eventual departure of James Franklin. Uh, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I haven't been to a college game day set in 5 years, and I just think it could go either way. So, yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. Um, as I said, not gonna have a formal show today, but we will be back next week to recap and make my bowl predictions and champ week predictions. I really appreciate all you guys listening and liking and subscribing. I think we passed 100 subscribers, and I appreciate all y'all for following on Instagram, participating in the high grind of the week, and yeah. So I really appreciate it, guys, and that's all for now. So have a great Thanksgiving. Go Lions, go Bills, and go Blue.